Here in game one. Well, welcome everybody. What is going to be a very exciting final. These two teams went on a very epic journey to ensure that they cemented that position. They had to go via the semifinals against two very good teams from the French Pro Island B, both Dijon and the likes of Cholet. But in the end, it was PAOK and Bilbao that prevailed. The team that began its history back in 1926, winning the opening Greek Basketball League Championship in 1959, and of course, winning both the FIBA European Cup Winners' Cup and the FIBA Courage Cup as well in the early to mid-90s. But PAOK Dikephalos Aietos Tovoda, the double-headed Eagle of the North, in search and quest to bring yet again another European title back to Thessaloniki. Well, this team, of course, coached by the great Massimo Cancellieri, now in his rookie season. My word, has he taken this team above and beyond, but now we will focus our attention to Bilbao. Well, we saw the key players come out, but the ones you want to look out for, the likes of PAOK, the likes of Frank Bodley, the man who made the epic three-pointer to more or less seal the deal and take it into OT to give PAOK a chance in Game 2 against Cholet. But when we talk about Bilbao, let me tell you something. History is definitely on this team's side. Last season, of course, they had to make a comeback from 19 points in the quarterfinals against Legia Warszawa. But unfortunately for Bilbao, they did fall short in the semis to the eventual champions, Niners Chemnitz. But it was in the semifinals this season. We're on the road against Dijon yet again, losing by 19, but taking care of business on their home court. It's fair to say both PAOK and Bilbao will indeed make history. Never in 10 editions of the FIBA Europe Cup. Remember, one season we didn't have a final, that was in 2020. Have we seen either a Spanish or a Greek champion? But that is going to change in the next 7 days. Well, Bilbao, a team hasn't quite had as much historical success as PAOK in terms of not only European titles, but also domestic championships as well. But they have been a familiar face within the Spanish ACB Liga Endesa. And respect to these two teams. I mean, they come from two of the powerhouse European domestic basketball leagues. Well, it's going to be an absolutely exhilarating atmosphere. Remember, this final, like most other finals we've had, will take place across two legs, and it will be based on aggregate scoring. So whatever the result is at the end of this game, we'll go into the next game. Remember, it's the most points you score against each other across two games. Well, the first play to come out is Harold Frey, the Norwegian international, who's been a new addition after joining from Telekom Basis Bonn. And so far been a very steady point guard this season for Bilbao. Well, the next man to come out got his revenge in the semifinals, and that is Muhammad Ali Abdurrahman, the former Michigan Wolverine. Of course, losing to Phil Booth in the NCAA Championship in 2018, but getting his revenge in the semifinals of the FIBA Europe Cup. But tonight, the question is going to be how well Bilbao's defense will go up against the backcourt play of Frank Bodley, not to mention Dimitris Gatsivelis, and just how well they contain the inside presence of Jacob Forrester. But so many legends on this Bilbao team, as PAOK as well. Tonight is going to be the biggest night in the history of Bilbao. For PAOK, it's about reliving the glory, bringing back the mighty PAOK, the Dikephalos Aietos Tovoda. Zoran Dragic, former NBA player, also represented the Slovenian national team. Of course, now looking to add maybe another championship trophy. There's Melvin Pantz, who does play for the Swedish national team. So quite a lot of players potentially we could see this summer play for their national teams at the FIBA Eurobasket. Well, very shortly we will get set to introduce three very important people for tonight's game, and those are three referees. Well, we're very proud to say we have three of the very finest here in the business. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do so here tonight for the first leg of the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup Finals. Paulo Marquez from Portugal, Andris Angrajas from Latvia, and Mikhail Bratz from Poland. Well, now indeed it's time to take a look at the starting lineups, and we will begin with the mighty Dikephalos Aietos Tovoda, the double-headed Eagle of the North, coming from Thessaloniki. Well, Devontae Upson will be in the starting lineup along with Jackson Cruiser, Cedric Henderson Jr. Of course, his father, NBA player, played for the Cavaliers and with the Golden State Warriors before embarking on an international career, which does see now Dimitris Katsavelis, and Jacob Forrester, along with former Duke University player Jacob Granison. Well, there he is, the man looking to bring back the Renaissance to Thessaloniki. And what would it mean? Well, don't ask me, just ask one legendary Bane Prelevic, former president, former legend of PAOK. It's a title, and it means something to the PAOK fans. While for Bilbao, Howard Fry will be in the backcourt along with Muhammad Ali Al-Rahman. Zoran Dragic will play number 3. Well, Koskielo, the Polish international, will play number 4. Well, their most efficient player so far here in this tournament has been none other than their superstar coming from Belgium, Thijs de Ridder. Coach Jaume Passarno just knows how imperative Game 1's going to be here tonight. Well, again, hello and welcome everybody watching this FIBA Europe Cup final live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. If you are watching this game live, please hit that like button. Also, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube and let us know in the live comment bank, which team are you supporting? Are you supporting Bilbao or are you supporting the mighty PAOK DK Falos Aietos Tovoda? So many greats come from this just magnificent basketball team. Of course, PAOK has mentioned winning the FIBA European Cup Winners' Cup and then going on to win the Courage Cup in the mid-90s. A lot of expectations when you play for the mighty PAOK, a team rich in tradition. And for Bilbao, and respectfully, might not necessarily have the same historical accolades as PAOK, but for them it's about building history. Well, we are now moments away from tip-off. Coaches getting final words with their players. 1926, the first ever year where DK Falos Aietos Tovoda was made. Remember, 1959, they won the first ever Greek Basketball League Championship. Of course, PAOK, a multi-sports club with just fans all over the world. Well, it's going to be an exhilarating atmosphere. These fans will go non-stop. And I tell you something, the Bilbao fans, they'll make an incredible atmosphere, but those traveling fans coming from the north in Thessaloniki, they've come quite a journey here to the north of Spain, and they'll also make an incredible atmosphere. Well, Devontae Upson getting ready to come into the starting lineup. Because one of the interesting things about these semifinals and getting the second leg against Cholet, many PAOK fans going to social media and comparing Frank Bodley's three-pointer that took the game to overtime to the infamous three-pointer made by the great Peja Stojakovic when he played for PAOK and he hit that incredible three-pointer in Piraeus. Because I'll have no opinion about that one because PAOK fans, I mean, they're incredible. They had strong opinions. Many supported it, many were against it, but that is the beauty of basketball. Players now entering the floor, shaking hands with the officials, getting ready for what is going to be the most important game of the season for both of them. And I think in the case of Bilbao, now arguably the most important game in their history. Well, to all of our Spanish viewers, bienvenidos. To all of our Greek viewers, yasas kalosirtate. Let's get this one underway. Vamos Bilbao, Pame PAOK, the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final. Well, it is indeed going to be Bilbao with the first possession. PAOK trying to be very aggressive here on defense. Fry coming off one screen. Well, that's a kick out. Finds Dragic wide open. Three is up. Beautifully tucks that one away. Well, it's actually yellow. My apologies. Remember, aggregate scoring. So whatever the outcome of this game ends up being, they'll take it to game 2 in the second leg. Well, Bodley fires wide open. Just can't get it. Well, that is what he's known for doing best. Slight delay in game as Abdurrahman. Well, no, it's actually former PAOK player. Well, Mervyn Jones played for PAOK 2021-22, had that brief stint in the Basketball Champions League. Because it will be interesting to see what kind of reception he gets when he returns back to the PAOK Arena. Abdurrahman now, patiently trying to find an option. Fry in the corner, fires the three, now giving Bilbao a 6-0 lead. We go back to the second game in the semifinals against Dijon. I mean, they took a, very much a volume three-point shooting team that took very long to get into it. So far, hitting their opening two. PAOK go for another three. That's not going to go. But nobody contesting for offensive rebounds. Now Rackman trying to push the tempo quickly. Fry going ball screen here with Mervyn Jones. Now closed out on defense. Well, there's a pump fake now. Tries to find a bit of separation. Tough mid-range is up. But giving away the offensive rebound. And getting rejected. Well, Oki, Spiti Mufili, this is my house. What a block. Nice backdoor play, and PAOK finally getting their first 2 points thanks to Cedric Henderson Jr. Well, the dime coming from Shavar Reynolds. Well, the atmosphere definitely electric tonight. Well, they're going another uncontested three in the corner, can't get it. PAOK come up with a rebound. Now looking to push this one. Well, Luxon searching for a point guard somewhere, had to give this one up. Bilbao come out and double the hedge on the ball screen. Time winded down. Got to make something happen. Nice penetration goes in, but nobody going in for second chance points. And that's good defense by Bilbao. Dragic patiently trying to come off the screen. Now they go under. They'll go for the third three, and Bilbao coming out like a house on fire early on. 3 threes made by 3 different players already. He's now almost 3 minutes played here in the first quarter. Well, PAOK's got to learn how to manage the emotion and energy of this game. If the threes don't drop, they got to find other ways to score. It's now Botley. But a foul's going to be called. This is where Frank Botley becomes such a tough player to defend. Well, Cedric Henderson Jr., excuse me. Well, it was Cedric Henderson Jr. because, they know Mervyn James is going to come out aggressively and try to hedge on that ball screen. And if you attack him quick enough, well, you're going to cause a foul. And, that's what Cancellieri wants to see from his players. Botley quickly goes from the mid-range. Still nothing dropping. 7-point lead currently to Bilbao, looking to extend this one. Well, Friday made 3 threes, goes for a 4th one again. PAOK, you've got to stop going under the screens because Bilbao have come out like a house on fire. Well, what a way to begin the final. 4 threes in the first quarter. PAOK need to find some stability here in their offense. Reynolds. This is better passing. Now Botley goes for another 3. It's up, and he cuts it down to a 7-point deficit. Well, he's been Mr. Clutch so far here in the FIBA Europe Cup. Well, again, just too much time and space, but he misses the wide open look. So those are easy invitations Bilbao's got to take advantage on. Reynolds quick no-look dot. Another kick out. Another 3 hit for PAOK. The 3 is up. In that case, the argument could have been Devontae Upson should have gone straight to the bucket. A nice take by Dragic, goes in, gets rejected. And now here comes PAOK. Foul's going to be called, counted, and he's going to the free throw line. Well, that's a case of defensive plays being converted. Well, look at this. Evharisto, thank you very much. Upson. And then in transition yet again, Cedric Henderson Jr. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, like father, like son. Well, change coming in for Bilbao is now Swedish international Melvin Pansar subbing in to the game for the first time. Three-point play converted. Now only a 2-possession ball game. Because PAOK going into a very high 3-2 zone defense, and where Bilbao's had some advantages is setting a baseline runner on the perimeter. Team that's already made 4 3-pointers. Well, they're going for a 5th one. 3 is up again. This team continue to make it rain as Abdurrahman extends it back to 7 points. Well, that begs the question, why play a zone when a team's caught fire? You want to maybe go to a man-to-man matchup. Force another backdoor play, and again, easy little dump down. Well, he's been such an offensive threat so far, but the addition of Jacob Forrester just alleviating some pressure from the PAOK backcourt. But again, PAOK staying in his own defense. Well, there's another 3. This time Bilbao unable to convert. PAOK trailing by 5. Finally kicks out. Another 3 here for PAOK. Oh, again, just haven't had the consistency. And a foul's going to be called against Forrester. Well, it's great work by Silla. Of course, Silla played in the Belgian BNXT League when he played for Filo Ostend. Well, Katsiavelis, of course, the only player in this final that has a taste of European Championship experience. And also, go back to 2013 when he won the FIBA Intercontinental Cup when he was teammates with Kill Bill. That's right, Spanulis. They won that in Brazil. Well, what experience will Katsiavelis bring to his team here in the final? And again, PAOK staying principled, but don't want to come out of this zone defense. But 2 offenses now struggling here for Bilbao. PAOK have numbers. Forster now in the paint. Little jump hook, but again, nothing dropping. Well, PAOK look like now they've gone to a man-to-man matchup, but now they go for another 3. Silla gets the offensive board. Dragic finds Silla inside the paint. Too strong off the backboard. So that's 3 consecutive offenses. Well, Bilbao's had an opportunity to try and extend this to a double-digit lead. Katsiavelis now drawing the 3rd team foul against Bilbao. 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. Well, interesting for Katsiavelis. It's now the 2nd time he's played for PAOK. Because if you want to know who he played for last season, well, may have actually played in Thessaloniki, but for the bitter rivals in yellow and black. But it's one thing about the PAOK fan base. As long as you play for them, again, they'll still love you. Bali finding Forrester. Bali pump fakes. Oh, nice dive, finds Forrester. Oh my goodness. What's the Frank Bodley Jacob Forrester connection? Well, he's been terrific. He's almost like the ultimate point forward. I mean, he doesn't have the height of a small forward or power forward, but definitely the build for sure. Silla again struggling inside the paint. And now Jakob Grandison. PAOK can cut it down to a 1-point ball game. Potentially tied up with a 3. Katsiavelis penetrates. Nowhere to go. Well, there it is. 3 is up. Well, they're getting good looks, but PAOK just not finding the consistency here at the moment. But here's where Bilbao's got to capitalize. Pantza trying to attack the screen aggressively. No foul called. Final seconds are on the shot clock. There's a step back. There's a 3. Well, foul's been called. So Frank Bodley commits a foul against Malcolm Casalon. So 3 free throws coming up here for Bilbao. Let's have a look at the replay. Well, there's a step back. Well, that's tough. Because I think the initial argument is, how close is Frank Bodley within the landing area? I mean, I guess it was close enough, but what it does mean, Malcolm Casalon will be going to the charity stripe. Well, a former NBA player, of course, briefly spent some time with the Detroit Pistons in the National Basketball Association. Because remember, Bilbao never tasted any major cup, trophy, league championship sort of experience within the ACB, neither in Europe. So Well, PAOK, of course, they've experienced all of it back in the Greek Basketball League, but it's been a very long time since the loud roars of Thessaloniki. But as mentioned, history will be made in this final. We've never had neither a Greek nor a Spanish champion in the FIBA Europe Cup. Five-point lead, just over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And that's going to be the fourth and final team foul against Bilbao. Well, that's a worrying sign as Cazalan. Not sure what happened there, but hopefully he's okay because he is so monumental to this team's offense. Well, hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. Ooh. He just landed awkwardly when stepping backwards, so no more fouls for Bilbao to give. Katsiavelis now getting the screen from Kreiser. Final seconds. Spins out, goes over the circus shot, can't get it. Good defense. And now here comes Bilbao. Fry goes baseline. They'll try to make a tough pass, but in the end, culminates into a turnover. PAOK still trailing potentially by 2 possessions. Katsiavelis trying to use the size mismatch. Well, Granison was wide open. Forrester goes to Bodley. Has to put up a three-pointer. Forrester battles for the offensive rebounds. Granison can't go anywhere. Forrester from the mid-range. But again, PAOK struggling to find buckets. Well, nice post move, goes off the bank, and again, smooth play. Well, Derrida's been their most efficient player so far here within the FIBA Europe Cup. Extending it back to a 7-point Bilbao lead. Now, PAOK played their cards right. They could go 2 for 1. 6 here on the shot clock for Bodley. But Bodley turns it over. The foul's going to be committed. It's only the 13th foul. Now the home crowd calling for an unsportsmanlike foul, but I'd be very interested to see if they go to the monitor to review this one. Let's have a look at the replay very shortly. Well, here's Harold Fry comes up with it. Well, that's a tough one for sure, but it all depends whether coach Jaume Passanu is going to call for a head coach's challenge or not, but the thing about that foul, it doesn't send. Well, they are discussing, so it looks like they are going to go to the monitor. Well, Cancellieri's asking the question, but our referees are going to take one look here to see if any upgrade is needed. We'll get to see another replay of the foul just to have another view of what happened, of course. So it all starts with the turnover from Frank Bodley. Now, Bodley goes in for the reach. Question is it extensive? I mean, is it a natural basketball play? Does he? It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. So it's going to be down to the officials to decide whether to keep this as a normal foul or does it need to be upgraded for further action. Well, here's a better look at it. Well, the officials now have come to a decision, so we're going to find out what's going to be the outcome. So no upgrade needed. Still a 7-point lead. 32.56 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. First leg of the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final. Second leg will be played in Thessaloniki next week. As Bakayoko subbing into the game for the first time, the young 18-year-old. 10 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Pats on land, left wide open again. Sig 3 of the first quarter for Bilbao. Well, 18 of their 22 points have come from the three-point line. Reynolds now winding down the clock, trying to get one final possession. Goes pick and roll now here with Forrester. But now 2 seconds left. Reynolds penetrates. There's a kick out. They don't get it off in time, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. But that is the end of the first quarter, where Son of Bilbao lead by 10 points. Well, 2 talking points where Cancellieri's got to speak to his players. Number one, if we play zone, we've got to make three-point shots much more tough, And look at that sight. The mighty DK Falo Santos Torvora. And another thing is, PAOK's backcourt, they keep going under ball screens, but Bilbao have come out like a house on fire. Well, we are going to take a look at the replays, best highlights of the first quarter momentarily. And as you can see, 67% from the three-point line for Bilbao. That is the difference here at the moment. Of course, PAOK just being out-rebounded by 2. But they do have slightly more assists then, and more blocks for that matter. Both teams only 1 turnover apiece so far here in the first quarter. Well, time now for us to take a look at the key moments of the first quarter. Well, if you think about the long, arduous journey that both of these two teams had to go through to get to this final. Second consecutive year for Bilbao here in the FIBA Europe Cup, making it to the semis last season, and only to have their hearts broken in the first leg against the eventual champions. The team that would go on to be the champions last season, which were Niners Chemnitz. Second quarter about to commence, so we'll be PAOK with the first possession. We're still keeping Cedric Henderson Jr. in the starting lineup again with Katsiavelis. Can PAOK build here in the second quarter? Nice penetration. Follow-up still no good. Henderson Jr. getting the offensive rebound. Another opportunity for PAOK. But it's going to be another turnover. Cancellieri just asking the question to Henderson Jr. Why make that pass? Right now, PAOK, they need some more stability here in their offense. Patsa goes in, misses the dunk, but a foul's going to be called. So 2 free throws coming up. Fouls on Dimitris Katsiavelis. Well, there was Patsa. Trying to take a body with him, but just unable to connect. Probably disappointed, wasn't able to get the three-point play in the end. Well, Panza makes the first free throw. Because actually began his career in the capital of Madrid. Because has spent the bulk of his career playing in both France and Spain at some of the most elite clubs in those domestic leagues. Biggest lead of the game at 12 points for Bilbao. Katsiavelis going back to Reynolds. Reynolds penetrates. Now goes for an ISO. Still nothing dropping, but another offensive board for PAOK. Sala Bagayoko just getting called out there on the closeout, so foul's called. Sideline possession coming up for PAOK. Well, change coming in for Bilbao, double change. Bagayoko will go to the bench. They'll take a breather. Coach Posadonu just rotating through his players. As Howard Fry and former PAOK player Mervyn Jones checking back into the game. It must be quite a surreal feeling to be going up against your former employers. Final seconds. That's a pull up for the mid-range. Again, nothing dropping. PAOK again turning it over. Bilbao comes up with it. The foul's going to be called on the ground. The PAOK just don't have any fluidity here in their offense. This is good for Bilbao because they've got to be able to counterattack on every opportunity possible. Castellon just trying to go for the spectacular. Now Frank Bartley subbing back in for PAOK. Well, Jackson Cruiser also coming back into the game for Granison, so Cacciglieri just trying to identify any formula that will work to get them back into the game. Remember, the FIBA Europe Cup final is an aggregate scoring-based system, so whatever the score is at the end of this game, both teams will take into the second leg. Were able to make the substitution in time, so Cruiser may have to go back to the scores table just to be slightly more patient to get back in. Fry kicks out. PAOK don't want to give Bilbao any more time and space for a three-pointer. Well, good defense by PAOK on the pick and roll, but can they build something? Velas now drawing a second team foul against Bilbao. Well, foul's going to be called against number 9, Ruben Dominguez. It's Frank Bodley. Let me just check to the game for a few seconds. Now sub back out as Jackson Cruiser subbing back in. I'm still looking for that first bucket. Almost 2 minutes played. Well, getting rejected. Katsiavella, wow. I'm not quite sure if he gets the block and the assist, but Katsiavella just cut it down to 10 points. Bilbao slowly trying to build that momentum that they so confidently built in the first quarter. Another ball screen with Fry. Fry goes baseline. Tries to go for the layup. But another foul called, so 2 more free throws coming up, and this one's going to be called against Upson. And ties to Ritter. Just showing the aggressive mentality to go in for the second chances. Well, to be fair, nobody put a body on him, so it wasn't really... We had to work to try and get the shot off, no doubt, but... Well, Ritter, only 22 years of age, still a very young prospect. He'll start his pro career in his hometown in Belgium of Antwerp. Second free throw good. Back to an 11-point Bilbao lead. Provisional substitution. Now Tomasz Kielo checking back into the game for the home team. Katsiavella tries to go reverse slam, draws yet again another foul. He is causing a lot of problems for Bilbao's defense. Well, Katsiavella, as mentioned, it's not the first time he's played for PAOK and Thessaloniki. Of course, did sign with them back in 2017. Of course, then had brief stints at Prometheus Patras, Ike Athens, Peristeri, Colossus Hotels. And last season he was in Thessaloniki, just not with PAOK. Second free throw good. 10-point lead, currently still to Bilbao. Things getting physical between Reynolds and Harold Fry. Well, they want to go to Mervyn Jones. Jones has a mismatch, but he misses the jump hook. Well, that's a good look for him, but he's got to be able to convert. PAOK looking to cut it down to single digits. Katsiavelis. Henson Jr. finds another three, and PAOK really struggling from the three-point line. Well, they've made 6 so far. Unable to get a 7th one. Bilbao haven't quite replicated the same success from the three-point line as they did in the first quarter. Reynolds going for a spin out. Isolation mode now, cutting it down to 8 points. Well, he needs to be more aggressive, try to get inside the paint as much as possible, make the Bilbao defense collapse. That's going to be the 4th and final team foul against PAOK. It's on Jackson Cruiser. Galazon going to the bench for Bilbao. Katsiavelis also going to the bench for PAOK. And another foul's going to be called, so free throws coming up here for Bilbao. Because PAOK have indeed put Bilbao into the penalty. That's a silly foul to give away on the inbound because play hadn't commenced. And it's on Kostas Papadakis, who's only just checked into the game. So Tomasz Yellow currently at the free throw line. Oh, excuse me, no, Zoran Dragic currently the charge strike. Both players left-handed, of course. Dragic looking to make it yet again a double-digit lead. He's unable to convert the second free throw. Reynolds kicks out. Who's benching? Oh my goodness! Kali Nikta! Jackson Cruiser! Are you kidding me? My goodness. And again down the other end. Well, it's become a bit of showtime. And it's the former PAOK player, Mervyn Jones. Well, blocking foul is going to be called. Question is that in the continuation? So is he going to the... I think he is, yeah. Well, there's the alley-oop. Mervyn Jones. Are you kidding me? That's a tough one, no doubt about it, but Harold Fry now will go to the bench. So Siobhan Reynolds currently at the free throw line. Well, Reynolds originally from New Jersey, started his NCAA career at Seton Hall, and then went to Monmouth. Because he actually began his pro career in the Netherlands in the BNXT League. Prior to coming to PAOK, he actually played in Cyprus for Karabnos. Converts both free throws, cutting it down to 7 points. No more fouls to give, just like Bilbao. Still over 5 minutes. Well, there's the handoff. Time winding down. Abdurrahman tries to go with a jump hook, but he airballs this one. And they almost turn it over. They keep this one alive. Well, PAOK right now kind of look a little bit discombobulated. There's a deep three. The three is up. Yatris Parakalo from downtown. Well, it's Papadakis. And all of a sudden, Tino trailing by 12. It's only a two-possession deficit. Can't go for the ISO. No good. PAOK looking to cut it down to maybe a 2, possibly a 1-point lead. Nice play down the middle, but in the end, they turn it over. A foul has been committed. The problem with that foul by Shavar Reynolds, it just sends Melvin Panzer to the free throw line. I think that play was going to be inevitable regardless. Katsiavelis getting ready to come back in for Shavar Reynolds. Because PAOK have to be worried they don't pick up too many fouls early on. Kasachi and Cedric Henderson leading the way at the moment here for PAOK with 7 points. Well, Melvin Panzer now joint top scorer here along with Harold Fry. Oh, free throw is good, extending it to a 6-point lead. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Already a great emotional tempo here to the 10th edition, 9th final of the FIBA Europe Cup. Katsiavelis may have got away with a travel, but he turns it over. Now Dragic gets his pocket picked. What hustle defense and a very intelligent play. Well, I got to tell you something. Kostas Papadakis better be getting a warm reception, because not only did he recover on defense to pick the pocket of Zoran Dragic, but now rewards himself. Look at the hustle here. Well, somebody give Adam Sandler a phone call, because hustle too. I think they need to give an audition to Kostas Papadakis. And then he draws a foul, and this will send him to the free throw line. Well, it's only the first personal foul against Abdurrahman. Well, Papadakis did hit the second three-pointer of the game for PAOK. Currently 2 out of 10 from the three-point line. Second free throw, no good. And that's going to go back to Bilbao, leading by 5 with 4:28 to go here in the second quarter. Was something these Bilbao fans are not accustomed to, especially here in the knockout stage in the last 2 years in the FIBA Europe Cup, is having the advantage from the first game. Semifinals, they led by as many as 9 points against Dijon in the second quarter, but it all came to shreds in the second half. They don't want to make the same mistake tonight. Abdurrahman now gets called a double team. Another wide open three. Three is up, and they've gone stone cold from the perimeter. I think another foul is going to be called against Papadakis, so free throws coming up for Melvin Panzer. Well, Papadakis just way too casual with the ball in his hands. But great work by Melvin Panzer. Panzer's got 7 points this evening. Because this season here in the FIBA Europe Cup, Melvin Panzer averaging 8.5 points per game, as you can see. Cedric Henderson Jr. and Dimitris Katsiavelis getting some words from the head coach. Goes first free throw good. Well, he's taken a total of 53 free throws this season in the FIBA Europe Cup prior to coming into this game, converting 40 of those. Second free throw no good. Back to a 6-point lead. Now we're under 4 minutes. Well, Bilbao trying to say, and I think Panzer saying, go for the head coach's challenge. He didn't touch that one. He was demanding Coach Passaro to go for it, and I think he'll go for it. Very tough to see from that angle. Not so definitive. It's even more tough to see from that angle. If anything, does he get a fingernail to it? That's the question, but that is going to be a very tough decision. Both the PAOK and Bilbao players going to their coaches. The officials just trying to conclude what to take from this action. Will it remain PAOK ball, or is this going to be a successful head coach's challenge by head coach Posada of Bilbao? That is too tough to call. That is... Because the thing is, you can't quite see from either angle if Abdurrahman, or excuse me, Melvin Pansar gets a fingernail to it. That's the question. Well, I don't know. I just don't know. That is going to be tough. If anything, maybe grazes it with a fingernail, maybe not. I just couldn't tell you. That's just a very tough decision. So I guess we're going to find out, because the referees are going to leave the monitor, which means they've concluded. And I think with the reaction of Massimo Cancellieri, I think he knew it wasn't going to be changed. Well, respect to Massimo Cancellieri, but I think you could see him briefly ask, what's the decision? I think the fact he remained cool, calm, and collective meant there was not going to be a successful head coach's challenge. Well, PAOK down by 6. 3:53 to go here in the second quarter. Velis trying to orchestrate something here in the backcourt. The countless foul's been given. So this does mean PAOK could be going to the field. It is actually Jackson Crusoe going to the free throw line. It looks like the foul's called against Tomas Yellow. Oh, yeah, just very unnecessary play, because the problem with this, Bilbao's done a relatively good job in the last two possessions, forcing PAOK into areas where they don't want to be offensively. And by fouling them, well, now you just send them to the free throw line. So Chance Crusoe to cut it down yet again to a two-possession ball game. Well, he's had some big moments this season, especially here in the playoffs. Of course, they hit some big shots in the second leg at home against Fribourg. Free throw shooting has been abysmal for both teams. Still no fouls to give. 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. First leg of the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final. Well, it's going to be a backcourt violation. Surprised an offensive foul wasn't called there. A shot was made, but PAOK won't get a full 24. It's only a 14. Marvin Jones going to the bench. Velis get off one screen. Has to go for a tough fadeaway inside the paint again. PAOK getting inside the key. Well, a tough move to say the least. Cutting it down to a three-point deficit. Bilbao's got a grip on this one. They led by as many as 12. If it's one thing we learned about Bilbao in the first quarter, confidence is the key for them, especially from the three-point line. Well, the Big Ish goes for a deep one. Can't get it. Cedric Henderson comes up with it. PAOK can tie the game up, but they've only made 2 threes tonight. Well, there they go. Cruiser corner. Forrester battles. Offensive rebound. Another foul's going to be called. So 2 free throws coming up. And the man who played in the second division of German basketball with the Adlon Dragons, now only in the second season of his professional career. The kind of player Cancellieri just only dreams about. And he only stands roughly 205, 206 centimeters. You know, he's battling aggressively. He's up against, credit to him, 18 years of age, Basala Bagayoko, but Bagayoko does have the height against him. Well, he missed the first free throw. Well, it's the final. Free throw so imperative. Bilbao have missed 4 this evening. PAOK have missed 3. You don't want to look back in the summer. Could this final been different had you made all your free throws? Now a 2-point ball game. Well, a timeout's going to be called by Bilbao. Coach Passano wants to talk it over with his players. And again, if you're watching this FIBA Europe Cup final, it's the best of 2 legs. Aggregate scoring. And if you are watching, please hit that like on the live stream. Subscribe to FIBA on YouTube. And let us know in the live comment bank. Who are you supporting? Are you supporting Bilbao or DK Falos Aetos Tovora?
Boom, boom. In passing line. Give him. Determination. Don't wait. Run. Run. We need run. Vale? We need run. After this, if it's pay attention because they are defending, switching defense. Black. They can play black. Okay? Play the motion. Even the final, fight the black concept. And go to the rebound. ¿Vale? ¿Sí? Venga, vamos, va. ¿Eh? Venga, let's go, let's go. 2 minutes, go.
Well, here's where PAOK has been effective in the backcourt. Remember, they've had a very abysmal shooting night from the perimeter, but look at Cruiser. Well, the cruise missile. Kali Nikta, good night. Well, you know they're going to go excited back in Thessaloniki for that one. What an atmosphere we have here tonight from the Bilbao fans. I mean, this arena hosted the 2022 Basketball Champions League Final Four. But just excellent to have a great club, a historic club for that matter, in the likes of Bilbao in the FIBA Europe Cup final. And as mentioned, history will be made this year. Never have we had either a Spanish or a Greek champion. Well, PAOK coming up again with a rebound. The three-point shooting cooling down at the moment for Bilbao. PAOK looking to tie it up. Maybe take the lead. Katsiavelis patiently waits his turn. Well, PAOK just turned it over yet again. Well, Bilbao have numbers. Give it up, goes in, throws it down, gets the and one. Well, Derrida will be going to the charity stripe, and what a sublime prime time dime. Look at this. Well, there's Patsov, throws ahead, and Bagayoko, sublime prime time dime, showtime Bilbao Basket. Looking to extend Bilbao's lead back to 5. Posidas going to the bench. Jakob Grandison coming back into the lineup. Getting his own rebound. Are you kidding me? Cancellieri's not going to be happy about that one. Well, gets the ab one, misses his own free throw. Offensive rebound, 2 dunks. Timeouts called by PAOK. Will head to their bench. Brace yourself. We're going to get the reaction from their coaching staff very, very shortly. Look at this. Well, who gets caught out there? Oh, it's Cedric Henderson Jr. Got to box out the shooter. Well, we're going to go down to the bench. We'll be back momentarily.
You don't have to start attacking for no reason. There is no advantage. There are 4 players here. You pass it back, we play the second. 1, hey, what is the play now? You are here. Can you communicate? One stays on the ball and one stays on the beat. You have 2 on the ball and 2 on the roll. Hey, hello. Finish the corner.
Well, thrilling sight to see tonight here in the north of Spain. The Bilbao fans, along with the traveling PAOK fans from Thessaloniki. A sellout crowd tonight here for the first leg of the FIBA Europe Cup final. And when PAOK had the chance to tie the game up, they were only down by 2, all of a sudden find themselves down by 6. Katsiavelis. Still the ball in his hands. Penetrates, goes in, can't finish. I think he comes out, so it's going to be another turnover. So 1:38 to go. Bilbao will get it back. I think it was an indecisive decision, so the referee's called for jump ball. Because PAOK had the first possession of the second quarter, it does mean Bilbao gets it back. Let's have a look here. Ooh, that's interesting. That's a tough one, no doubt about it. Cedric Henderson Jr. going to the bench. He'll take a breather. Bilbao leading by 6. Potentially could get it back to a double-digit lead by the end of the first half, but going to have to rely on the defensive instincts, but still get something from this offense here. Neither fouls for any team to give. Final seconds. PAOK gives up. Rackman pump fakes. Off the dribble, goes for a tough fadeaway, can't get it. But again, another offensive rebound for Bilbao. Something that they battled heavily here in the second quarter for. Rackman now looking to ISO. Final seconds yet again. Pats up, one leg goes in, just can't finish. And this time, Katsiavelis almost turning it over. And avoiding the 8-second violation. And PAOK at the moment, you can see a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nerves in their offense. Final seconds with Katsiavelis. Penetrates, goes in. And a tough finish by Dimitrios Katsiavelis. 4 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Still a 2-possession lead to Bilbao. PAOK's going to dribble this one down as close as possible to the end of the shot clock. Don't want to allow PAOK any time to get one final play. PAOK's got to go quick. Has to put up a deep one and another foul on a three-point shot. And this time it is Jakob Granison. Second time PAOK has done that tonight. Well, there's no arguments there. He's followed through and he's in his landing area, so unfortunately, that's a correct decision that doesn't go in favor for PAOK, but Cancelliere, I think, may get some final words with his players because after these free throws, they could potentially get the ball back with enough time. So let's go down to the PAOK bench to hear what Coach Cancelliere has to say.
If they go foul, he's foul. And that's not a good idea, okay? Where is he? You are in. You are in. Bagnino is out. You are out. We have to go box out. Rocky with the ball. You are on the single side. And Rocky on the double. Okay. Box out, box out. After Rocky, if they score, grab the ball here. 5 men, run! Shut up! And get one of those. You dribble or you long pass. You pass it to the guard, or if they don't score, then you long pass. Okay? Box out, box out.
Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. Final seconds of the first half, first leg of the FIBA Europe Cup Final 2025. The PAOK fans enjoying the occasion. Siobhan Reynolds coming back into the lineup and probably just to give them a little bit more of a stable option in the backcourt. Melvin Patzak currently the free throw line, fouled while taking a three-pointer by Jakob Granison. Because only missed one free throw tonight. He's 6 out of 7. Now looking to extend it to a 7-point Bilbao lead. PAOK get it back there. 4.89 seconds here at the end of the first half. Converts all three of them. 7-point cushion now for Bilbao. Reynolds has to go quick. Katsivelis gets blocked. And that will be the end of the first half, where Bilbao currently have a slender lead against PAOK here in the first leg of the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup. We're going to review some of the top stats here from this game so far, and then we'll run back the top highlights. Well, Panzar with a denial. PAOK have only converted 2 3-pointers so far here in the first half. Not an area of strength they've had, but Bilbao, they've made 7 so far, but 6 of those did come in the first half. And so far for Bilbao, they are actually been led by Melvin Panzar. Does have 11 points, but I should take back what I said. It was actually 6 3-pointers, and they all came in the first quarter for Bilbao. It was PAOK 9 field goals from inside the ring, but only 4 of those coming from Bilbao. But I guess one positive note, PAOK actually leading the rebound count 20-15. And Bilbao now have overtaken with more blocks. Well, both teams only 4 and 5 turnovers. You would expect that in a big European final. So we'll take a look at the leading scores in this game, and then we'll run back the top highlights from the first half very shortly. Well, fans, it is halftime, so go get a drink, go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long. Remember, first leg of the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final. And history will be made. Never have we had either a Spanish or Greek champion in this magnificent competition. And we'll be back in just under 13 minutes. Halftime coming up.
Con pelotas de tenis no sabes, ¿no? Balón largo tiene que ser o a mucho se puede dar a la derecha.
De momento, pelotas de baloncesto, nos quedamos en eso.
Oh, pues así espectacular, si hemos hinchado de la tener fútbol para aprovechar. ¿Dónde nos podemos encontrar? ¿Dónde nos podemos ver?
Bueno, en Instagram tenéis nuestra cuenta que es la mía Capolito y la suya es Fútbol Ticket, ¿vale? En Instagram si buscáis, se os lo seguro, ¿vale?
Nada, gracias por amenizar. Y ahora que siga lo bueno, venga, Virginia, vamos, y Bilbao, Santi, Bolivia, Marta.
Welcome back, everybody, live here in the Bilbao Arena for the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final, first leg between our hosts Bilbao and PAOK. Well, it's currently a 7-point lead to the hosts, a team who almost got here last season, only losing in the semifinals emphatically to the team that would go on to be the champions in 2024 Niners Cabinets. But now they finally made it, and both teams respectfully have had quite an arduous and exciting journey to get to this final. Well, many would have assumed it was going to be an all-French final between both Dijon and Cholet, but both PAOK and Bilbao defied the odds. PAOK went on the road and narrowly winning after losing the first leg by 1 point, then winning the second leg by 2 in overtime. While Bilbao, not for the first time, second time in FIBA Europe Cup history, they've had to come back from a 19-point deficit. Well, currently in this game for Bilbao, they are being led by Melvin Patzer. He does have 11 points. Second latest scorer currently at the moment indeed is Thijs de Ridder. Well, Harold Fry got 2 early 3-pointers in the first quarter, but it's been very evenly distributed. Cedric Henderson Jr. lead the way so far here for PAOK. Nobody in double figures. Well, currently it's Jackson Cruz who does lead rebounders currently for PAOK with 6. And again, welcome to everybody watching live on FIBA's official YouTube platform for the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup Final. And if you are watching this game live, please hit that like button and subscribe to FIBA on YouTube. Well, there will be PAOK who get the first possession. And the reason for that being because there was a decisive moment where they weren't quite sure when Katsiavelis stepped out of bounds or not, so that culminated into a jump ball. But PAOK had the opportunity not once but twice to tie the game up in the second quarter. They've trailed by as many as 12. Shavar Reynolds back in the starting lineup here in the second half, now goes for an early 3. An offensive rebound, still no good. PAOK keep it alive. Botley grounded by Fry. Cruz now fires a 3, and again, they just can't knock him down from downtown. Well, here's where Bilbao's got to take advantage. Definitely have the control of the upper hand of this game. Fry draws an early foul. This one's, I believe that one indeed is going to be called, against Devontae Upson. Call a shooting foul. So free throws coming up here for the Norwegian international. He's had a relatively good year playing in the Easy Credit Bundesliga last season with Telekom Basisbon. Came 1 quarter away from getting them to defending their BCL championship if it wasn't for one Greek team known as Peristeri. 9-point cushion currently to Bilbao. Finally looking to isolate. Penetrates down the middle, goes in, and that's a much better play, so he'll go to the free throw line. Foul again's on former PAOK player Marvin Jones. The PAOK missed 4 free throws in the first half. They were 7 out of 11. If you think about it, make all those missed free throws. Well, potentially at that point, well, it'd only be a 4-point game. Free throws so imperative. Don't want to look back this summer on a case that you made or you missed free throws. Could you be holding up the 9th FIBA Europe Cup championship trophy? Botley makes them both. Fry looking to get things going. Now finding Abdurrahman. Hit 2 in the first quarter. Can't get this one. It's where PAOK has got to find some identity here in their offense. Who's a pump fakes. Now they go for another three in the corner. It's up. Made that number 3 for PAOK. And who else? Frank Bodley. They came many times closing down the deficit. But credit to Bilbao. They've always held on to the advantage. Another open 3 for Bilbao. And after starting the game on fire in the first quarter, they made 6 threes in the first quarter. They were 6 out of 9. They haven't converted one since the first quarter. Bodley quickly to Upson. Good passing. Upson go from 18. You got to credit Bilbao's defense. The rotations, the switchings, the picking up. Making life very difficult for the Kings of Thessaloniki. Now PAOK going for another one. Excuse me, Bilbao. Bilbao's not going to convert the triples. PAOK have got to find other ways to score because they've had their struggles too. Now we're in the 10 on the shot clock. Reynolds. Defended by Dragic. Reynolds pulls up from 18. Shot is up. Beautifully tucked away. Sweet like string music. Yet again, it's only a one-possession ball game. 3 minutes played here in the third quarter. Well, may have got away with a foul there, but Fry. They should have taken that one. Now Botley comes up with a steal, looking to tie the game up. Botley goes in, finishes under intense pressure. And a 7-0 run coming from PAOK. Good hands by Frank Bodley. Dragic just getting his pocket pick, but look at Bodley hanging in the air. Double clutch. Well, we're going to head down to the Bilbao bench to hear what Coach Pisano has to say. His team need to regather themselves.
Let's go. Let's go. Keep focused. Swing the ball. Okay, good. We are taking very good shots, eh? Only bad offense, last offense. Oh. Now, next offense. Thumb. Vale? Soki. Yeah? Ahora, haz twill. With twill. Not flex, twill. Vale, twill. Vale, ya, we got it, ¿sí? Venga, buscar el corte, ¿eh? ¿Sí? ¿Te acuerdas? Sí. Venga. And step by step, okay? If we got problem, even hold down. Vale?
Well, the Botley three-pointer, then the steal that he was able to tie the game up, now makes him PAOK's leading scorer at 10 points. The only PAOK got player to be in double figures. But look at this move by Shavar Reynolds. And both teams, well, there's only going to be one champion. But you got to respect both Bilbao and PAOK. You've got to respect both the fans. They've come a long way. PAOK have tasted European success, but that was in the 90s. And just like Bilbao, they would like to lift the 9th trophy of the FIBA Europe Cup. Well, it's going to be another turnover. Well, the aggressive hedge coming from Devontae Upson. I would say it took 2 gambles there because that could have gone either way. Referees allow play to continue with Bodley almost turning it over. PAOK now for the first time potentially could take the lead in the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final. Jakob Grandison coming back into the lineup. Cancellieri making a change. Still scoreless in the game. He's played just over 6 minutes. The Finnish international. That's Forrester, my apologies. Because Forrester's had some big moments as well, some big offensive rebounds. Reynolds through in the corner, it's up. Still just can't get him to drop. And Bilbao regain the lead. PAOK have never had the advantage. Jones tries to ISO, but good defense coming from Forrester. Barley's made 2 threes, but doesn't take this one. Losing out fires in the corner. See PAOK being very principled, very disciplined, still trying to go from the perimeter, but foul committed in transition. This one will be on the ground. Foul's called against Cedric Henderson Jr. Just reaching from behind, but as you know from the reaction of the Bilbao fans, they want an upgrade, but Thijs de Ridder checking back into the game. He caused a lot of problems for PAOK in the first half. Polish international Tomasz Hielo going to the bench. Well, the DK Falo Saetos Tovoda standing strong in the upper tier here in the Bilbao Arena. Goes it late, gets rejected. Yasu, goodbye. Barley's hit 2 threes. Unable to get a third one. Tippin still no good. PAOK fight for second chances. Henderson Jr. time's winding down. They got to go quick. Reynolds step back, tough fadeaway, goes in. No, it doesn't go, excuse me. The foul's going to be called. That's going to be the 3rd team foul. PAOK, something about this first leg just cannot take the lead. You kind of feel they've got to shift up the offense. Maybe go in for a post entry, something, because the perimeter play just hasn't been consistent enough. Well, the 3 out of 18 from the three-point line tonight. The only other player to hit a three-pointer other than Frank Bartley is Kostas Papadakis. Teams locked in at 40 apiece. Rackman pump fakes. That's going to be the 4th and final team foul. It's on Shavar Reynolds. Well, that's on Reynolds. I think that's going to be his 3rd personal foul. So, actually, he may want to think about taking his stock and post. Yeah, he's going to take him to the bench. Katsiavelis comes back in. Jones also going back to the bench. Silla coming in for the first time here in the second half. 4:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bilbao forced to switch on the pick and roll. Now they go for another 3 in the corner. It's up. And still just can't drop it. Both teams going stone cold from the perimeter. Can PAOK take the lead for the first time? Katsiavelis penetrates. Finds Bartley. Bartley draws a foul, so they call this one on the ground. It's only going to be the 3rd team foul against Serna Bilbao. I'd say that's a good call because he wasn't quite in his 1-2 step. Because the foul's there. That's a good call by the official. Katsiavelis spins out, pump fakes. Oh, throws it away. Now here comes Bilbao. Pulling up for the mid-range, and the threes don't drop. Sometimes you got to go off the dribble. As Abderrahman nails it. Restoring the lead for Bilbao. Look at the offense here from PAOK. Forrester goes in. Oh, he missed it from point-blank range. Oh, gets his own rebound. I was just about to criticize PAOK because nobody looking for a post-up. They want to go with the high pick and roll with Jacob Forrester, but he's got to finish that one. That was on a Silla, I believe. Or was that on Thijs de Ridder? I'm not quite sure. He's missed one free throw tonight. Jacob Forrester. No problem this one. Because he was magnificent in the second leg on the road against Cholet. Leveling things up at 42 apiece. Just over 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. The DK Falo Santos Tovora continue to stand a chance. If you think that's impressive, wait till we get to the second leg in Thessaloniki. A nice penetration to Ritter, just too big and strong. And again, restoring the lead. Bali patiently waits for the screen, finds Forrester, goes down the middle, finishes a tough layup. I think he was expecting the defense to come over and foul him, but it's going back and forth between these two teams. Remember, aggregate scoring, whatever the outcome is, they'll take into the second game. There's a deep three, and yet again, Bilbao just cannot buy a three-pointer. The same can be said for PAOK. Bartley draws a foul, so this time he will go to the charity stripe. Fouls on Abdurrahman. You find the PAOK just slightly, they look a little bit more dangerous in the open court. Well, I'll tell you where the fouls come from. It's not on the swipe of the block. It's the right arm that just slightly nudges into the back of Frank Bartley when he goes in for the jump hook. Pasitas getting ready to sub in. This is going to be a provisional substitution. And this is going to be for Frank Bartley. Zoran Dragic also going to the bench. Bartley makes the first free throw. And for the first time in the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final, the Greek team has the lead. Never had a Greek, neither a Spanish team in the FIBA Europe Cup finals. Bartley 11 points, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Remains perfect. Now we're under 2.5. Neither team has any fouls to give here in the third quarter. Any more fouls, they'll send each other to the free throw line. Dominguez. Still the threes just won't drop for Bilbao. And they throw it away right to PAOK. Katsivelis comes up with it. Katsivelis penetrates. Goes in, tough finish, giving PAOK a 2-possession lead. The experience of the man, once a European champion, once a FIBA Intercontinental champion. The Bilbao's got to regather themselves. That's coming out. Oh, no, he doesn't finish, and that would have been an M1. Melvin Bantzar. But you've got to love the change of acceleration. The ability for the Swedish international. Watch what he does here. Finds the gap, and it's that change of speed, but he's got to finish this. Coach Pisano making another change. Abdurrahman going to the bench. Because you have to remember, the last time PAOK played in a European final, it was indeed a team from the north of Spain that broke their hearts. Can they put the voodoos of history behind them? Now something here. Not sure what's happened, but Melvin Bantzar's got to go to the bench. Oh, he's got blood on the knee. So unfortunately, yeah, he's got to go out. So Tomas Yellow subbing in for these free throws. Again, showing the professionalism, the composure, the experience. Always tough when you come off the bench to do something like this, especially in a final. First ever major European final for Bilbao. Second one good, cutting it down to 2 points. Velas defended by Harold Fry. Fakes the pass, kicks out. Another three goes flying. The PAOK have had their struggles. Well, the officials may have a talk of this one. So I don't know if it's going to be an official review or if the case Cancellieri is going to have to call for a head coach's challenge. No, decision overturned. PAOK will get it back with 1:26, still leading by 2 points. Yellow goes back to the bench. PAOK want to extend their lead. Go into the fourth quarter with the advantage. Bilbao still like PAOK, no fouls to give. Placidis now, it's three in the corner. That's just way off the mark. And now Bilbao can tie the game up. Maybe take the lead, but they haven't made a three since the first quarter. Really just going in, playing buoy basketball. And PAOK's 4-point lead was short-lived. Thijs de Ridder, the rising star from Belgium. Velas will fire a three in PAOK right now, the offense. I mean, they're trying to live and die from the perimeter, but still, it's a different backcourt. It's different when you don't have Shavar Reynolds in the lineup, a player who can dissect the defense, make the defense collapse, but now Bilbao can regain the lead. 5 on the shot clock for Pansa. Pansa, another foul. It's going to be called against Frank Bartley. Oh, no, excuse me. Cedric Henderson Jr. So 2 free throws coming up for Melvin Pansa. And if that's his foul, I think that's foul. Yep. That's only foul number 3, excuse me. Let's have a look here. Well, he follows through, he does connect, so there's not much of a case you can argue. So if Melvin Pansa can make these 2 free throws, this would be a 6-0 run. This remains perfect. He's only missed 1 free throw tonight, Melvin Pansa. It's incredible. 9 out of 10 from the charity stripe for this man. 9 of his points have come from the free throw line. He's 12 in total this evening. He gains the lead for Bilbao. 14 final seconds here in the third quarter. PAOK will want to dribble this one down for the final play. Bilbao don't want to foul. Shavar Reynolds back into the lineup for this possession. 7 now for Reynolds. Reynolds penetrates and he turns it over. And a foul's going to be committed. And this becomes a calamity for PAOK, who are leading by 4 points. And when they had the final play, not only did they turn it over, they commit an unnecessary foul, which then automatically sends Bilbao back to the free throw line. And it's tough for Shavar Reynolds because when you come off the bench for a final shot, you just sat down. It's not an ideal situation. As Abdurrahman makes the first free throw, 3.47 seconds left. Second one good. Well, again, Bilbao don't want to foul. Silla coming in for this final defensive possession. Trying to find Bartley. Bartley puts up a 3, and I think he's fouled in the process. So Frank Bartley will go to the free throw line. And the discipline of these 2 teams in these final seconds, well, it's just been so questionable. Well, it was actually, my apologies, Cedric Henderson Jr. And Abdurrahman, I mean, he's trying to get out of the way, but at that point, Cedric Henderson Jr. is right in the air, so That's a poor foul to give away. So Reynolds comes out. They're bringing Forrester back in. This is probably to try and contest for an offensive rebound, but 3 free throws coming up for Cedric Henderson Jr. 9 points this evening. He's made 1 free throw so far. Asana Bagayoko also in. See the DK Falos Aetos Tovoda. Those PAOK fans. I don't think they've taken a seat all night long. We can cut it down to a 1-point deficit. Because PAOK missed 4 free throws in the first half. Haven't missed 1 so far here in the third quarter. Now remember, the FIBA Europe Cup is 2 legs, aggregate scoring. So whatever the final scores in this game, we'll take it to the second game. It could end up tied. That's what happened in the quarterfinals for PAOK against Fribourg. Third free throw, no good. Bilbao hold on to a 2-point cushion. Well, this is the 2025 FIBA Europe Cup final alive in the Bilbao Arena. And our hosts, who unfortunately couldn't get to the final last year, now indeed trying to hold on with everything they have. Still 3-pointless since, a miraculous 6 out of 9 from the first quarter. But indeed, they've taken a total of 20. Well, both teams have taken 23-pointers. Just Bilbao's made more. But PAOK 13 field goals from within inside the rainbow. And you can see PAOK much better on the rebounds, 32-22. Well, only 9 assists collectively between these two teams, 5 blocks in total. The turnover count's been relatively good for that matter. 6 apiece. We'll take a look at the highlights here from the fourth quarter. Well, here was a tough move by Thijs de Ridder, because he is going to be a sensation play for the Belgian national team in the future. And Jacob Forrester that time in between the help side defense, but again finishing under the intense pressure. And Katja Velis, the 2013 FIBA Intercontinental Champion, showing his maturity. But again, Thijs de Ridder, too big, too strong, simply just too good. Again, welcome everybody watching live on FIBA's official YouTube platform. As mentioned, we are here in Bilbao, Spain for the 9th FIBA Europe Cup final. And if you are watching this game live on FIBA's YouTube platform, please hit that like button, subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and let us know in the live YouTube comment bank, which team are you supporting? Are you supporting Bilbao, or are you supporting PAOK, the DK Falos Aetos Tovoda, the double-headed eagle of the north? Final 10 minutes, first leg of the FIBA Europe Cup final. Bilbao first possession, every fan in the building getting on their feet. Live here in Bilbao, Spain. You can hear these Spanish basketball fans chanting Bilbao. As Bilbao will want to take a big lead. Go, there's the alley-oop, it's up. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me? He's only 18 years old. Well, he may have high school tomorrow morning, but tonight he's flying high for Bilbao. And PAOK after leading by 4, find themselves yet again down by 4. Shabbat Reynolds crosses over, bumps, goes in, and he gets, one. Tough play by Reynolds. And here's the thing about PAOK. In the crunch time, they always have somebody steps up with a big play. Reynolds did it against Fribourg in the quarterfinals. Botley did it in the semis against Cholet. Still, we have another second leg to play next week. Cutting it down to 1 point. Bilbao just not able to run away with this one. PAOK unable to hold on to a lead. Patient offense coming from Howard Fry. Foul's going to be called on the ground. If it's on Shavar Reynolds, that's foul number 4. That's his 4th personal foul. So I don't know if Cancellieri is going to make a change now. Try to bring him back in. That's a foul. There's no arguments. You can see the right arm just slightly nudging Harold Fry. So Cedric Henderson in the backcourt along with Katsavelis. Oh, no help side defense. Getty caught out, and what a penetration by. That was, yeah. Bansa, yep. So Barley having to play point forward, but the problem for PAOK, they've had a lot of unnecessary turnovers in the backcourt. Foul called on the ground. It's going to be it's on Howard Fry, so baseline possession coming up for PAOK. Well, he had to commit that foul because Hobson was going to cut it down to a 1-point deficit. Forrester back in the lineup. Katsavelis. Hesitation. And he turns it over. Well, a careless play by Dimitris Katsavelis. Bilbao looking to extend a lead. Definitely see the offense more fragile for PAOK when they don't have Shavar Reynolds in the lineup. Fry penetrates. 6 now on the shot clock. Has to put up a tough one, and the shot clock was winding down, and a big-time three-pointer. I think Bodley tried to do everything to not pick up another foul because that would have been the 3rd time PAOK had fouled on a three-pointer. Katsavelis now crosses over. The home crowd want to travel. Botley with a fadeaway 3, and that's just not going to go. And PAOK's offense, no fluidity at the moment. Bilbao's defense remaining strong. Well, that three-pointer indeed was the first 3 since the first quarter. Number 7 of the game for Bilbao. Nice double crossover. Fry pump fakes. Now goes for a step-back 3. And after failing to score since the first quarter, Bilbao double triples. Or was his foot on the line? Yeah, I think it was a 2-pointer actually. No, it's a 3. So a timeout call by Cancellieri will go down to the PAOK bench to hear what he has to say. His team down by 8.
This is the moment in which we have to go to find the basket. And we cannot be like making a step back. On defense, we are 55 close. Okay? You are in for Mitzo. Don't guard the point guard. Guard the shooter. And one of you are, yeah, you go on the point. Next section. Left side. It's free. You are here for the shot. Diagonal. Pop. Go. And second pick and roll. On a slip. Okay. Here you go. Hey, you're ready. You're ready. Go.
Well, that was a penetration by Patsa, finding Harold Fry. The step back, the quick step he's got against Katsavelis. So that one was a 3-pointer. Patsa's must have been a 2-point shot then. And look at the sights here at the Bilbao Arena in the beautiful north of Spain. Wasted no time to bring Shavar Reynolds back in the game. Remember, he does have 4 fouls. Now we're on the 10 here on the shot clock. Will break it now, straight off the bench, mid-range. Something's happened here. I don't know if it's a foul, but Bilbao will get it back, leading by 8 points. Let's have a look at the replay. Here's a shot. So yeah, they're going to call foul against Devontae Upson. That's his 3rd personal foul tonight. Can Bilbao build something here to take into the 2nd leg? Remember, we are going to the north of Greece, the home of PAOK in Thessaloniki. Rockman now down the middle. There's a kick out. Final seconds. Inside the key, back to a double-digit lead here for Bilbao. And who else? Thijs de Ridder. Well, Cruiser goes in, draws a foul, so he'll go to the free throw line. Home crowd not happy with the decision whatsoever. Fouls on Thijs de Ridder. The first instinct, I think the home crowd will, let's have a look at the replay. I think the travel maybe. No travel though, but that's a tough one. See if we can see more definitively. That's tough. Very, very tough. All PAOK can do is make the free throws. Jackson Cruiser makes the first one, cutting it down to 9 points. That's only, indeed, his 4th point of the night. He made phenomenal play early with the dunk, going on the penetration. Second one good. Eight-point lead, Bilbao. Need to build as big as possible because when they go to Thessaloniki, at that point they are in the home of DK Falos Saetos Tovora, which you'll see 10,000 PAOK. Nice penetration, gets rejected. Ochi, Spitimu. What a block. Another foul is going to be called, and that's going to be the 4th and final team foul against Bilbao. And again, it's on Thijs de Ridder. Oh, look at this. Kali Nikta. Good night. I don't know if he's playing basketball or volleyball, but he swiped that one like he had a vendetta against the basketball. Well, Patsock coming back in for Howard Fry. Bilbao, no fouls to give. Reynolds, now defended by de Ridder. Puts up a circus shot. Somebody explain to me what we just saw. Megalo Andras. Well, the big man with the big shot, Frank Kyrgios, Frank Botley. What did we just see? Somebody explain the physics, the basketballology of how that one went in. He's now de Ridder. He's going to extend it back to 8 points. Inside the paint. Dominguez goes up, putting it back to 8. Nice finish by the young fella. As now we reach the halfway mark here in the 4th quarter. Who's a no to go? Another 3 goes up. It just won't drop for either team, but that's one thing PAOK have been better tonight. Wraps around too strong, just can't finish, and nothing working for PAOK here in the 4th quarter. A disappointing offense, to say the least. And the former PAOK player, Mervyn Jones, subbing back in. It was only 3 seasons ago where he wore the PAOK jersey, as well as Zoran Dragic. Well, this time avoids the block, but he missed the bucket. PAOK trying to get something in transition. Katsevelis finds Botley. Bilbao, no fouls to give. No offensive foul. Botley 3. And they just continue to not drop here for PAOK. And that is going to be the story of this game, no doubt about it. And a missed layup. And that is where Cancellieri is going to be infuriated. PAOK tried to go for the off. Well, the referees didn't call the offensive foul initially. Let's have a look here. There's the... So not quite sure what Cancellieri's arguing here, but it's going to be 2 free throws coming up. The PAOK potentially could find themselves yet again for the 3rd time tonight, down by double figures. The key for PAOK, they've got to get it down to single digits going into the second leg. Because one advantage they're going to have is that incredible atmosphere in Thessaloniki. But the first free throw missed. Oh, he missed them both. Now the pressure just getting to Tyson Ritter. Still have time to cut this down. Reynolds penetrates, goes in. Tough finish. Well, what a move by Shavar Reynolds. Back to a 6-point lead. PAOK do have fouls to give. The one player they don't want to get a foul called on is Shavar Reynolds. He's got 4 tonight. The overhelp. Dragons left wide open, and Katsiavelis. Well, Katsiavelis is just way too deep into help side. You don't leave Zoran Dragic wide open. Nine-point lead to Bilbao. Reynolds penetrates. 5 here on the shot clock. Katsiavelis. That's a tough 3. He handballs it indeed. And it just has been a rough night for Dimitris Katsiavelis. And just listen to this Bilbao crowd. Remember, a win tonight's great. Whatever they win, I'm not saying they will win. Still 3:04 to go. But if they do win, whatever they win by, they will take that advantage into the second leg. On the side of Bilbao. No need to rush anything. Oh, good defense. And this is good for PAOK because it does mean Katsiavelis will go to the free throw line. Harold Fry, a very costly turnover. 2:47 to go. The very best Katsiavelis could do is cut it down to 7 points. For Bilbao, you want to make sure you go into the second leg with as big a lead as possible. Missed the free throw. Now's not the time. Did much better from the charity stripe here in the second half, no doubt. He missed them both. Incredible. Katsiavelis, tough night tonight. And again, Bilbao for the 4th time looking to make it a double-digit lead. Now puts on the ground. Kicks out. And that's going to be a turnover. Well, Bilbao. Well, they've had 2 opportunities, twice on the free throw line as we saw the missed free throws. But now Cedric Henderson coming back in the lineup for PAOK. Well, he's a great player, veteran player, Katsiavelis. 2nd time playing for PAOK. It's just been a very tough night for him. Take nothing away from him. He's had a magnificent career. Reynolds now looking to ISO. Pulls up for 15. Shot is up. Cool as you like. Now cutting it down to 7. If you are Bilbao, run down the clock as much as possible. Get the very best shot. No need to rush anything. Out switching on the ball screens. Again, a very poor offense. Henderson Jr. comes up with it. PAOK looking to cut it down to 5, maybe 4, but they haven't had so much luck from the three-point line. Edison, nowhere to go. Goes for a tough fadeaway. Again, just nobody contesting for an offensive rebound. And Bilbao survive yet again, holding on to this 7-point lead, looking to build on it. They know when they go to Thessaloniki, it is going to be a wild ride. In front of 10,000 PAOK. Another step back, mid-range up. B-E-A, beautiful. Well, Lindo Baloncesto, Pensa. The Swedish Viking. Wait, that's deadly. The Northern Lights have arrived here in the north of Spain.
Hey, we are switching, and he's doing this. One step back. On a step back, now we gotta come and blitz. Now we gotta risk the fake blitz. Don't go to steal the ball. Fake, go back on your man. He's going to pass with a flag. On the offense, I think there was some Zocchi, because you know that we are attacking him. Because you attack, one-on-one, no passes. Grab the weak lead, one-on-one, offensive rebound with tag. And after 55, let's go. Next spot, 2 fouls to give. 2 fouls to give, guys. Next spot.
Well, I don't know if you heard in that timeout, somebody said 2 fouls to give, and that's a very good point because, you know, if you are PAOK, you've got to score on this offense. Then once you do score, you've got to put on some full court pressure, whether that's a man or a zone press. And you could take 2 gambles. As you heard, they do have 2 fouls to give. Well, what an atmosphere we've had here in the Bilbao Arena in beautiful northern Spain. Bilbao fans, as well as the PAOK and the DK Falo Santos Tovoda making the journey. Reynolds now penetrates, goes in. Well, he's been so clinical. And here's the full court pressure. PAOK, you want a double team as soon as the ball gets inbound. Well, no double coming. No switch on the ball screen. Dragic now penetrates. And again, everything falling inside the paint. Now, if you Bilbao, you don't want to foul here. You do not want to foul. There's a 3 by Reynolds. And that is just how the game has gone from the perimeter. PAOK's 3-point shooting tonight has seriously let them down. 3 out of 25 from the perimeter. Well, in the case of Bilbao, well, they haven't shot exactly, terrifically tonight, but you could argue 34% from the 3-point line really has done the job for them. Now, if you PAOK, you do have 1 foul to give. That's one benefit. You don't want to use it quite yet. Well, they've used it right away. But no. Not sure what's happened here. I don't know if Pansah's been called for an offensive foul, but yeah, Pansah right there. Slightly with the left arm. What this does, this gives PAOK another chance. So PAOK will get 1 final offensive timeout is going to be called by Massimo Cancellieri. PAOK will talk this one over. They've got to get 1 final bucket to give them a lesser mountain to climb going back to Thessaloniki for the second leg. So let's go and listen now to what Cancellieri has to say.
Yes. The inbound. Mitzo. On this. It's here. Very simple. 4, 5. Anderson, Mitzo, you take it out. This is the first move. You are here. Who's the fourth? Here. Who's the fourth? Wait. Here is Frank. You. This is Frank. You're right. Hey, Frank. Oh. Use this or use this. Out. And one shot here. One foul to give up. Hey, you and Money.
Well, I just wonder, they've attempted 25 three-pointers tonight, but they've only made 3 of them. Of course, if they do make it 3, they do cut it down to 6 points, which, isn't really that big of a deficit to come back with, especially when you go back home. That is the one advantage PAOK will have. The second leg will be in their arena. It will be in the heartbeat of what many would say is European basketball, the city of Thessaloniki. Well, they find Reynolds. If you are PAOK, well, we do have 4 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Reynolds attacks. Finds Katsiavelis. Katsiavelis hangs, and he's able to get it to go. So PAOK cut it down to 7. And Bilbao with 4.53 seconds, they'll call timeout. Well, we'll see how crucial this bucket from Katsiavelis is in the second leg. Could that play a big difference in how this final ends up? Well, the officials just needed to double check how much time was left on the clock. And welcome, if you are new to the FIBA Europe Cup. It is a 2-legged final based on aggregate scoring. Bilbao will get one final chance, so whatever they win by tonight, that is what they'll start with. So if they win by 7, think about it in the second leg, they'll begin the game up by 7 points.
Ruben, Thomas and Marvin. ¿Qué has dicho? ¿Qué has dicho? Sí. Aquí, así. Ok, Marvin. Thomas. Ruben. Mars. Harry, take out. Start with this card. Thomas. Screen Ruben. Ruben. Screen Marvin. Marvin, only thing is screen Thomas. Very important. Now, Ruben. Ruben, Mars. You screen for Ruben. Okay, yeah? Mars. Back door. We are fighting Thomas. They have one foul to give. They have one foul to give. They have with the ball. What did I say? Venga, Paquiro.
Well, you heard the Bilbao bench very wary that PAOK do have one foul to give. So if you're not Bilbao, you get it right away. Maybe not think about going into a shot if you know that the foul is coming. Well, here we go. Bilbao will want to go into the second leg with a better advantage. They lead by 7 currently. We're trying to get it in bounds. There's a 3, no foul called. Katsiavelis comes up with it. Goes in for the final 3. Almost got it. Well, that would have been dramatic, no doubt about it, because that would have cut it down to 4, but that is the end of the first leg. Well, we are going to Thessaloniki, in which Bilbao will have a 7-point lead against PAOK, the Dikephalos Aetos Tovoda. While 7 points is not exactly that big, it's still something that Bilbao are going to have to really try to protect in Ghana to ensure they become the first Spanish champion of the FIBA Europe Cup. Well, terrific performance by Bilbao here in the fourth quarter. They led by as many as 12. PAOK had a lead in the third quarter by 4 points. But foul trouble to Shavar Reynolds meant that he had to take a breather, go to the bench. That's what affected PAOK tonight. Just so many unnecessary turnovers. Well, there are your stats for this evening. PAOK 3 out of 24 from the three-point line tonight. It just wasn't good enough. 8 out of 23 for Bilbao. 2 of those coming crucially here in the fourth quarter. While PAOK had more field goals from inside the rainbow, really, if you make 3 more three-pointers, you're going to Thessaloniki with the lead. They out-rebounded Cerna Bilbao 36-27. Both teams 3 blocks apiece, 5 steals in total for PAOK. Very impressively, both teams below 10 turnovers, and that just gives you all the ingredients of what is already. Now we're halfway through an exciting final, the 9th final of the FIBA Europe Cup. The competition that did begin in 2015-16 that saw Jordan Theodore and the Fraport Skyliners win. Well, an unbelievable final, but still we have another leg to play. Well, the PAOK fans made a very long journey to come here. Now head home to the beautiful north of Hellas, the city of Thessaloniki. Let me tell you something, we'll be live here again on FIBA's official YouTube platform, but it is going to be an outstanding atmosphere. PAOK fans notoriously known for being some of the most passionate European basketball fans, and even the passionate basketball fans in the world. Well, a big congratulations to Bilbao. They have to hold on to a 7-point lead as we head into the second leg. Well, to all of our viewers watching here in Spain, muchas gracias, buenas noches and adios. And of course, to all of our fans watching back home in Greece, Efkaristo, Kalinikta, and Yasu. Unfortunately, it's that time of the evening where we must say goodbye. But of course, thank you for joining us. Good night, goodbye, and God bless from the FIBA Europe Cup. We'll see you in Thessaloniki.
Yo recordamos que aún estáis a tiempo de viajar con el Super Bilbao Basket and disfrutar y vivir el partido de vuelta de la final de la FIBA Europe Cup y formar parte de la historia. Si queréis viajar con el club, escribid un correo electrónico a clientes@ubicosports.com. Escribid un correo a clientes@ubicosports.com.